Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here I am with another update of my 2017 GTI. Today we're going to be talking about reliability, maintenance, and modifications. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, well, we're back in my GTI, finally, right? A lot of you guys asked me before in regards to how has the GTI been? How has it been to you since you got rid of the Accord? Has it been reliable? Has it been safe? Has it been fun to drive? Do you miss your Accord? I figured I'll make a video about that and answer all the questions now regarding that. So I will. And to be honest with you, we're gonna start off with the major question that everyone's been asking me about, and I would have to say that will definitely be reliability. Has the car been reliable? And to your answer to that question is yes. The car has been very reliable. I haven't had any issues where I had to call Volkswagen or anything like that. I never really had to call Volkswagen. I really never had to, have an engine problem or anything like that. The only thing I had a problem with, we do live in New York City and we had a rough winter this year. We had about either 2 or 3 snowstorms this year. So with salt, and that results in potholes. So I did blow out one tire and I slightly bent the rim, and that's on me. Has nothing to do with the car. That has 100% on me for not watching the pothole. But the roads are so bad sometimes you really can't see them. But yeah, other than that, I haven't really had any mechanical issues with the vehicle at all. Was there anything wrong with, as far as reliability as well, has anything gone wrong with the electronics in the car? That's like radio, speakers, doors, windows not going up and down properly, or anything like that. And I can honestly sit here and say no, except the GTI has LEDs in the car, LED dome lights, as well as these accent red lights that go across the door cards on the passenger and driver side front doors, and also on the rocker panels. The rocker panels also have this LED strip that goes along the whole door rocker panel on the driver side and the passenger side. So the driver side did go out, and again, wasn't a major issue. Again, it didn't affect the drivability of the car in any way at all. So I took it to Volkswagen. They understood the problem. They ordered the part. A week later, they installed the part on the car for me, and all was well. And that was really rough. That was roughly it. As far as reliability comes, the car only has 11,000 miles on it right now. But just to let you know, there hasn't been any issues with the car thus far. Maintenance. There's another thing that a lot of people are afraid of, especially with German vehicles. Maintenance can be very expensive unless if you have a buddy or if you know how to do the work yourself. Well, it's a brand new car for me, so what I wanted to do, I actually wanted to take the car to Volkswagen to at least get the first documentations in their systems, just in case if anything did go wrong with the car. I was a little skeptical about Volkswagen, of the reliability, and but a lot of people buy a GTI, so it has to be good in some ways, right? So that's why I made a decision to do it, but walked in there with caution. Volkswagen recommends that you do an oil change every once a year or every 10,000 miles, whichever comes first. I really don't recommend you doing that because of the fact that a GTI is a performance car, like same thing like a Ford ST or Civic or anything else, like a SI or anything like that, right? Most of the time you're driving that type of vehicle in a spirited way, and when you're doing that, you're consuming more oil. The engine is demanding more parts are moving at a quicker rate most of the time when you're driving in a spirited manner, so it needs the engine to protect the metals and stuff inside, while the moving metal components in the engine as you're driving in a spirited manner. What I did was I recommend doing the oil changes every 5,000 miles. This way your engine's protected to where you really don't have to worry about any type of oil failures or anything like that. And you have to remember, it's a turbocharged car too, so oil does run through the turbo as well. And you know, the turbo does get hot, you know, the turbo does do a lot of work. So I wanted to make sure, and I am driving my car in a spirited way. I don't drive my car, I don't baby it at all. It's not what it was built for. You know, if I wanted to do that, I would get a Golf. No disrespect to Golfs, but that's what a Golf is for. How much does it cost to do an oil change in a car? So this is where I say I recommend you do your research, because most Volkswagen dealerships will charge you anywhere from $69 to $89 for a full synthetic oil change on this car. Now, I did my research, I looked at a bunch of different dealerships, and I found one in a little far, it's Long Island, Huntington Volkswagen, or Volkswagen of Huntington, in Long Island, New York. And they've been fantastic. They offered an oil change, I believe, for $40 or $19, $30 or $40, within $20 to $40. That's usually the range they go in. And I thought, well, I want to make sure they put in the correct oil in my car, but sure enough, they put the correct oil in the car, and it was 40 bucks. So I decided to continue doing my maintenance with them. So when I got to 10,000 miles, I had to do my 10K service. So that required another oil change, and they checked the, you know, they topped off all the fluids, checked the fluids, make sure nothing was burnt or anything like that. They did a fluid check, they did a full diagnostics of the car, make sure everything was functional, doing everything it was supposed to do, and running the way it's supposed to run. And they did a tire rotation, and that was $45. So I was like, what? So to be honest with you, to run this car, it doesn't cost much. Now, as the car ages, or as it gets older, when it's 20,000 miles, 30,000 miles, I know that I'm gonna probably have to do more with it. So that'll be later on down the line, and of course I'll give you another update later on. Next thing I want to talk about, if you haven't noticed already, modifications. What modifications are on the GTI to this day? And I will be more than happy to tell you. So the modifications that are on the GTI, I have not done much. Performance modifications, only thing that I have is a Rock Euro intake. But, you know, I'm not really happy about the intake, but we'll get more into that in the next video of how I'm going to take care of that issue. But Rock Euro, I have a intake in the car. And I also have, what else do I have? I have an AWE track exhaust. If you haven't seen those videos, those will be put in on top of the screen, and I'll put those links in the description if you haven't seen those installation videos and sound clips already. But when you get on the power, obviously, like, very good. But the GTI right now, for me, I still feel that I made a very wise decision in making this purchase, because of the fact that it's still fun to drive. I could throw the car around, and it's been very, very responsive. It's been very fun to drive. It's great every day. It's fantastic on gas mileage. It doesn't cost much to fill up, and it's just an overall very good package. It's a lot. You get a lot of car for your money here, and anyone who's here to tell you different, I have to disagree. I think this was a much wise choice. If I wanted to go performance and go in a performance-oriented manner, then it's definitely worth it. Totally worth the money. And I appreciate the Volkswagen. I mean, I really do. GTI has been really a lot of fun to drive. It's been a fantastic vehicle. It's never left me stranded so far. I mean, hopefully not, because the car is new. But I don't have that fear anymore that something bad's gonna happen. But, you know, cars will be cars, and you won't know what happened. Traction control off. Stability control limited. There we go. And just really be abusive and and it's just a good car to drive. It's just fun to drive, and I could do this every day. I can go to a track, I can drive the car the way I want to, and then when I'm done, I can go home, put the car in 6, put the radio on, put some air conditioning on, and just enjoy my evening. But I would have to say that so far with the, you know, for the Volkswagen, it's definitely been a great update so far, and I'm glad I was able to do an update for you guys, because I know that a lot of people were skeptical, or are still skeptical, of Volkswagen in regards to everything as far as reliability, as far as maintenance and stuff like that. But I can honestly sit here and say that buy one. Definitely, if you're in the market for a GTI, and a lot of my viewers have seen my review video and are interested in that, I'll definitely say in a heartbeat, definitely do it. You will not be disappointed. I'm definitely not disappointed, and I'm glad that I still put myself to buy this vehicle. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video of the updates of my 2017 Volkswagen GTI. Now, I have a couple other things planned for it, but I can't tell you now. You guys have to subscribe, so this way you get notified when I post these videos up. You can subscribe to JR14, and also check out the Instagram page that I just created, JR14YT on Instagram. Alright guys, well that concludes the video, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Take care and enjoy the remainder of your day.